Hey guys, Mark McKiller with Live Anabolic. Today I want to talk to you about ways to increase your metabolism, especially for us older guys over 40, 50, 60, even 70, okay? Really, I'm talking about all of us guys out there that kind of look around my age, all right? And you can just feel it. You can feel that everything is slowed down with your metabolism. And you know that you're kind of losing ground, okay? You can look at the mirror, you can look at the scale, all right? So even if you're still eating the same as you did when you were in your 20s, same amount, same types of foods, for some reason you're just kind of starting to put on weight. And guys, it really can just creep up on you real slowly. So all you have to do is put on 2 or 3 pounds of fat per year. That's nothing, right? 2 or 3 pounds, you can't even hardly see that. But you do that for 20 years, and guess what? You've got, another 60 to 90 pounds of fat on you, okay? I mean, literally. So that's what's really going on, and a lot of that is tied to our metabolism. All right, so there's something called your basal metabolism, which is the amount of calories your body burns just at rest, okay? And I'm not talking about running around and hitting the gym and doing crazy stuff. I'm talking about your body is constantly burning calories while you're sitting at the computer working, while you're watching TV, while you're sleeping at night, okay? So that is something that we want to increase as much as possible because that's where you really get your benefit. So you can go out and kill yourself for an hour at the gym or doing cardio, okay? And you're gonna burn a lot more calories, but that's only gonna last, for an hour, right? And believe it or not, you're not going to burn a whole lot of extra calories during that hour, okay? On top of what you would normally burn with your basal metabolic rate. So the trick is, how do we get our natural basal metabolic rate higher? And it's close to what it was when we were young in our 20s, right? So I have 6 scientifically proven ideas that I want to share with you. You might even call them tricks, okay? They're real straightforward, but if you don't think about these on a daily basis and be consistent with them, you're never going to get that metabolic rate back up where you really want it to burn those calories and get rid of that body fat. So what's going on in our body on just a daily basis? Well, there's just millions and millions of chemical reactions going on all day long, all night long, okay? And then that just doesn't work as well as it used to. Everything worked, all right, perfect when we were young, right? And teenage, 20s, even into our early 30s, man, it was just, those were the good old days. Our hormones were just raging, everything was in check, everything was in balance, and just life was good. Well, guess what? We're slowing down. That's just how God made us. But we can turn things around, okay, with these 6 ideas. And the first one is, guys, I know it's going to sound straightforward, but it's nutrition, okay? We have to eat healthier now that we're older than we did when we were younger, all right? And guys, it is not that hard, okay? Nutrition is one of the only things in your life that you have total control over, all right? Nobody is forcing you to eat anything that you don't want to eat. Now, when it comes to exercise, I get it. There are reasons why you can't exercise every day or as often, all right? There's just things out of your control, and that's time, okay? Commitments to family, work, etc. All right, so there are legitimate excuses when it comes to exercise, but not when it comes to food. All right, you can always eat healthy. No matter where you are, what you're doing, you have 100% control of what goes in your mouth. All right, number 2 revolves around water. This is one of the things that I probably don't do a very good job at. So we really have to drink lots of water, and it's partly because water is responsible for helping to get all those really good nutrients that we're taking in because we're eating healthy, right? And shuttling those nutrients into our cells, into our muscles, okay? And water is also responsible for taking the toxins that are created by our body all day long, and not just by muscles, but by our organs, by fat, and then flushing those toxins out, okay? So water is far more important than we would normally think, and so I don't drink enough. So I have to constantly tell myself, look at there, I'm out, right? So even though I'm not really thirsty, if I fill that glass up and just kind of go about my job in front of the computer here, within 30 minutes, it'll be gone. I'm just kind of, you just sip and you drink water subconsciously. So always make sure you have a full cup of water next to you, and that will just take care of itself, okay? So you really need to drink about 3/4 of a gallon all the way up to a gallon a day, all right? Kind of depends on how hot it is, how much you're sweating, but that's a lot more, I guarantee you, than most of you guys are drinking. I bet most of you guys aren't drinking more than 1/4 water a day. So you need to triple or quadruple that. Now, not only is it great for just all the chemical reactions going on inside your body, but it helps to prevent hunger, all right? So if you guys are trying to cut back on your calories, and you get hungry, cram down some water and it will really help. The third one, guys, is sleep. And this is another one that you really do have a lot of control over, all right? Now, I understand it can't be perfect 7-8 hours every night of the week, okay? There's just things are gonna happen. I'm talking about most of the time, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, if at all possible. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because what you don't really stop and think about is how much your body heals when you sleep, because that's really when all the good stuff is happening, right? And I'm not just talking about your muscles are repairing themselves from that hard workout you did earlier in the day. I'm talking everything. I mean, you got trillions of cells that are dying every day and being reborn and reconstituted, okay? And a lot of that goes on at night, okay? Whether it's your skin, your muscles, your internal organs, all right? Everything is churning and burning. And your body helps balance out its hormones at night when you're sleeping. So sleep means it helps to lower your levels of stress, which is way more important as we get older than it was when we were young. I mean, how many of you guys were stressed out when you were 25? All right, we got a ton more responsibilities when we're older, and our body just naturally incurs more stress. And what happens when you have stress? Something called cortisol. It's a stress hormone. It's just naturally produced all the time in our bodies, but it gets elevated, okay? So almost anything can make our stress levels get up, and a lack of sleep is one of them. So when your cortisol levels are higher than they should be, your body is not able to produce as much testosterone. Those things are inversely correlated. And of course, testosterone has a huge effect on our energy levels and the amount of muscle that we can build, and our libido, and all kinds of things. So keeping that cortisol level down is really important, and a great way to do it is making sure you get enough sleep at night. And the fourth thing, guys, is exercise. Now, I'm going to break exercise up into two categories. All right, the first category I'm going to talk about is basically kind of a cardio type stuff. All right, and it could be running, it could be walking, playing with your dog, playing golf, tennis, just about any kind of a physical activity. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Just getting up and moving, mowing your yard. Okay, all these count as exercise. Matter of fact, if you happen to work in a building and you're walking the stairs instead of taking the elevators, that also counts, okay? So find ways to get up and move. Matter of fact, the government says, you need to have at least 30 minutes of this stuff today. So 30 minutes is pretty easy to get to. You will be surprised at how all these little things you do add up. So if you're going to your office, if you're going shopping, just park way far away in the parking lot, and just walking further to get to where you're going will help. All kinds of little things like that. So get up and move at least 30 minutes a day. That will help a ton with your metabolism. And the fifth thing I want to talk about is also exercise related, but it is resistance training. So cardio is important, but I really think lifting weights is more important for several different reasons. So guys, as we get old, all right, we're just typically not lifting heavy things, all right? We're not going to the gym, we're not working out at home like we used to, and your muscles start to atrophy. They basically start to shrink. Well, guess what burns the most number of calories in your body? Your muscles, all right? So all your organs, all your tissues use calories, okay? But muscles use far more, okay? So the more muscle we have, the more calories we burn. The more calories we burn, the higher our metabolism is. So you need to do strength training. And I'm not talking about once or twice a week, guys. Minimum 3 days a week. I would much prefer to see you guys weightlifting 4 or 5 times a week, okay? You get fantastic results from lifting weights. I'm not just talking about the way you look, I'm talking about the way you feel, all right? So increasing your metabolism is really important to losing that body fat, and building muscle, doing resistance training is great for your mindset, for your energy levels, for your libido, and for getting rid of those love handles. And then finally, guys, mindset, all right? You need to really sit down and think about what's going on in your life. Why do you need to increase your metabolism? What is it, okay, that has gotten you into this predicament? So a good thing to do is just write down all the reasons. Why am I doing this? Okay, is it just for yourself, for your family, your wife, your kids? Maybe you're not as productive at work as you'd like to be because you just don't have that energy that you used to, okay? There's just lots of different reasons that you can come up with to motivate yourself to get that metabolism back up, because once you get it up there, guys, you'll be able to eat healthy, and you'll just naturally see that fat start to drop, and you'll see your energy levels coming back up, okay? You'll be more mentally acute. You'll have more libido. So guys, do it every day if you need to. Just remind yourself in the morning, why am I trying to boost my metabolism? Why am I trying to get back in shape? Why am I eating healthy, okay? Why am I trying to exercise more? What is the benefit for me in the long term, okay? Is it just for my ego, all right? Is it just because I want to look good in the mirror, or is it because of all these other things? My wife, my kids, it's going to mean I pay far less in health bills, you know? Going to the doctor is really expensive, especially as we get older. There's just tons and tons of reasons why we do it, but the problem is, guys, it's not easy. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it, all right? If it was easy, everybody would look good and have a ripped set of abs, okay, and have a ton of energy. There's just no two ways about it, guys. So eating right, exercising, lifting weights, drinking lots of water, getting plenty of sleep, having the right mindset, you're just gonna live a lot longer. And not only that, you're gonna live better. Everything is gonna be so much better when you're healthy. Man, your grandkids, your great-grandkids are gonna have a blast hanging out with you because you're not some old geezer sitting on the couch, all right? You're gonna be out there playing and doing things with them. You're gonna be active with them, all right? So guys, we really can influence our metabolism. We have a ton of control over that. It is not destined to decline as we get older, all right? It's up to you. And remember, guys, you have to be consistent, all right? You can't go be a weekend warrior and kill yourself on Saturday and Sunday and expect your metabolism to rise and stay up there, all right? This is a day in, day out thing. It's just a change of life. That's how we're all gonna live from now on, and I promise you'll thank me. And remember, guys, you have to always stick with it and never give up on yourself.